of other professions don't have. Yeah.
Hold on.
What happened?
I saw nothing.
Oh boy.
What's up?
Tony, I can see you when you're
We can all see you.
The sky into their mailbox just yet, but the companies do say they will scale up the program if it is successful, guys.
Very cool. We love it, Will. Thank you.
Ever since the start of this whole thing, Zoom has been making headlines. Of course, there were the negative ones questioning Zoom's security and if it was really a safe application to use. But there were also the funny ones, such as the Good Morning America reporter caught without pants on live stream, or the judge that didn't realize his camera was on, caught running a court session topless. As you can see, there have been plenty of funny headlines regarding people getting exposed on Zoom. And given the fact that we could also probably use a good laugh right now, we decided to count down the top 10 people that were exposed on Zoom calls. What's going down, guys? Welcome back to InformOverload. I'm your host, Jared Bronstein, and today we got a fun list to count down. Before we get into it, let me know if you've been using Zoom to work from home or have any funny stories regarding Zoom calls. As always, we've got some bloopers and common replies to wrap things up, but for now, we're gonna get right into this one with number 10. So starting us off at number 10, poor Jennifer. Now this video may have been the most popular or most viral example on this list, and was also one of the first of many incidents where someone was going to expose themselves on Zoom. In Jennifer's case, well, she had to go to the bathroom during her meeting, and it seems she really didn't want to miss out on what was being said, so she took her laptop with her. Now Jennifer either forgot she was on camera or didn't even know she was being seen in the first place because, as you can imagine, after placing her laptop down, she dropped her pants and took a seat. Almost immediately, her colleagues saw what was going on, but it took Jennifer a good 8 seconds or so before she turned the laptop around and eventually left the chat. Whoever was speaking was clearly oblivious to it all, asking what happened when she's interrupted by laughs and everyone's reaction to Jennifer's mistake. One guy even chimes in and says, "I saw nothing," while another woman can be heard saying, "Poor Jennifer." Of course, on the flip side of things, people were calling out whoever initially leaked the video, saying whoever did so should be held responsible. Then there were also the people who thought the whole thing was staged, which, yeah, it's also possible, I guess. Let me know your stance on that below. People were saying that, whoever leaked it could get charged. Interesting to, now that I think about it, that's interesting. Moving on to number 9, Will Reeve. The ABC News reporter was covering his story from the comfort of his own home, much like the entire IO team has been doing. See, the only difference between Will and I is that when we film, I stand, and clearly Will likes to sit. At least when he was reporting a story on drones delivering prescriptions while on air with Good Morning America, he was sitting down. Now, why is this important? Well, because if Will wasn't sitting down, we probably wouldn't have been able to see that he wasn't wearing pants. Like me currently. You guys literally have no idea if I'm wearing pants or not. I could literally be filming every single video. I might not even be wearing underwear. I might be going fully commando right now, and you guys have no idea. All joking aside though, guys, Will Reeve fully got caught with his pants down on live TV. It seems the way that his camera was angled unfortunately showed a little more than Will was originally expecting, leading him to tweet out, I quote, "Trying to be efficient, I got ready for a post-GMA workout a little too soon this morning. The camera angle, along with friends, family, and several hundred strangers on social media, made me rethink my morning routine. Any sartorial tips from these people who are wearing a belt, trousers, and shoes during their work video calls at home are most welcome. Now back to work, wearing pants," end quote. At least Will got a good laugh out of it too. On to number 8, Heather Wheeler. So Heather is a member of Parliament for South Derbyshire and was on a Zoom call to talk about our current pandemic, addressing the House of Commons. I looked up how to say it. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. I know I say names wrong a lot. I looked up how to say South Derbyshire, and that's what I found. So is it South Derbyshire? Hopefully. While mentioning some of the fundraising efforts that have not gone unnoticed by the public, Heather, for whatever reason, thought her microphone was no longer working. As she was going into detail about these fundraisers, she cut herself off saying, "Oh, hell." After a few moments of silence, Speaker Sir Lindsay Hoyle then told Wheeler to carry on, to which she went right back into it, almost as if nothing had happened. Although I feel Heather was simply saying what we're all feeling, it's unclear if she's going to publicly need to address the situation. You know how it is in politics, everything is all so political and stuff. But it was recorded as they didn't know technically what she said in the conversation, so they did not write the words "oh effing hell" in the transcript. So on to number 7, Tiffany Haddish. Yeah, apparently no one is safe from being exposed on Zoom. While appearing on Ellen's show via live stream, Tiffany went into detail about how she went through a very similar experience to what poor Jennifer went through. Yeah, Tiffany was on a Zoom call, had to go to the bathroom, and took her phone with her. She thought the only person you could see is the person on the screen, which is usually the one talking. However, after she started doing her thing, apparently whoever else was in the meeting told her straight up they could see her going to the bathroom. That's awkward. But according to Tiffany, somehow she was still able to sell a TV show during the meeting, so maybe the lighthearted flub actually worked out in her favor. I don't know. Would I do that? Yeah, I think I would for a TV show. Now moving on to number 6, Judge Carmo Antonio de Souza. The 57-year-old Brazilian judge appeared on a live stream court hearing alongside 4 other colleagues, but people were shocked to see de Souza topless, sipping a coffee when his camera first turned on. At first, his camera opens on his face, but shortly after, he could be seen getting up, barely dressed, before returning to the camera wearing his proper attire. The Amapá State Court of Justice, where de Souza works, released a statement in favor of the 57-year-old judge. The statement reads that, quote, Carmo Antonio de Souza, without realizing that his equipment was turned on, minutes before the official start of the session, briefly appeared topless. After clarifying the accident occurred because technically the camera turned on before the session was supposed to start, the statement goes on to read, I quote, the practice of carrying out judicial sessions by video conference is a recent development. In this sense, the occurrence of incidents such as this is perfectly understandable, end quote. And it is perfectly understandable. This has just been a big adjustment, very drastically. It's still funny as hell. Guy just showed up without a shirt. What if I just showed up on camera and I started filming myself without a shirt? I know you guys would like that. I know some of you would. Now halfway at number 5, Harvey Jones. Guy's a complete legend. During a counselor's meeting, Jones, who was a counselor for the city of Burnside in Australia, was caught tossing a few back. Now normally I'd say drinking on the job is a big no-no, especially when you're talking about spending the public's money and all. But there's more to the story than Jones being caught drinking. Apparently, they were in the middle of what was a 4-hour-long Zoom meeting. 4 hours? I mean, do you blame the guy? I need a few drinks too. Of course, other counselors spoke out against Jones's actions, saying, I quote, counselors should not be drinking throughout a council meeting while we spend ratepayers' money. We as a council were making decisions about our $40 million budget, end quote. Jones explained when the meeting started, he was finishing his post-work cider, and during the meeting, he had a couple of glasses of wine with dinner. Now I agree he shouldn't drink on the job, but it seems he was drinking off the clock and working through dinner. I mean, when does the guy get a break? I'm also just trying to play devil's advocate here, guys. Don't drink on the job. Obviously, he shouldn't be doing that, and maybe he knew that he had this meeting, so he shouldn't have been drinking, but hey, guy's still a legend in my books. It seems this list is full of politicians, which is why at number 4, we got Von Gething. The Labour, Health and Social Services Minister in Wales is clearly having a tough time trying to understand how this whole Zoom thing works. While still on a call with a good, I don't know, 20 people or so, Gething started ripping into one of his colleagues, clearly unaware that everyone could hear and see him saying these things. Assuming he was having a conversation in private, Gething goes on to express his displeasure with how the meeting played out, specifically calling out one of his colleagues, asking what the F is the matter with her. While this is going down, the majority of other politicians still in the Zoom call can either be seen covering their face or mouth out of pure shock or embarrassment. However, after a few seconds of Gething revealing how he feels, someone chimes in and tells him he's unmuted. The meeting then proceeds with whoever was running the show to encourage everyone to mute their microphones, specifically calling out Gething, which, yeah, I don't blame them because, you know, like fully, imagine there's like a blooper of me just talking trash about one of the hosts and it just gets leaked. I would never put that on camera. I'm joking, guys. I love all the hosts. I would never talk trash. It was a joke. Relax. At number 3, Republican Senator Scott Jensen. Jensen is the vice chair of the Senate Health and Human Services Committee. So when it was revealed that he was golfing during a committee hearing, well, as you can imagine, people weren't too happy. I don't blame them. I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic and one of the top guys in your state is out golfing with his buddies while the rest of the state is talking about ways to move in the right direction. I don't need to laugh, but I honestly can't help it because it doesn't seem like Scott was trying to hide the fact that he was even golfing. Throughout the meeting, he could be seen sitting in the golf cart, chatting with other golfing buddies at one point, and in the middle of the meeting, another senator even chimed in to ask how he's hitting them out there. Ugh, America. Now moving on to number 2, Tony. So I don't know if this one was staged or not, but it was just so pure that I felt it needed to be at number 2. It's unclear what the group was meeting about, but Tony and 3 of his colleagues appeared to wrap up the meeting, leading to Tony wanting to get a good stretch in, I guess. However, he had no idea the camera and mic were still rolling, so when he got up and showed the 3 others he wasn't wearing any pants, they had a field day.
In at number 10, we got Keep It In Your Pants, Carl. This guy felt so bad about his cheating, he called himself out on social media. His wife shared, I have just caught my husband in a hotel with another woman. I hope your days have been well. And here he is looking ashamed on the hotel room bed. Then Carl shared Kimberly's photo and said, I am the biggest blank that walked on this planet. Maybe if I kept it in my trousers, I would not have caused so much hurt. Yeah, maybe, Carl. And at number 9, we got Bros Before Hoes. This one is about a woman named Vicky who should have thought twice before leaving her Facebook open. My guess is her boyfriend came across some messages he wasn't supposed to see. He said this is Vicky's now ex-boyfriend James W. After spending 3.5 years with her, I today am told by people she thought were her friends that she has been sleeping with James M. Well, at least he's another James. James M, I don't blame you. She probably lied to you about our relationship just like to her family and other friends. I just want you to know what kind of person she is and hopefully save you the same pain and trouble I have been suffering. It's always nice when people blame the actual cheater and not the person they cheated with, unless of course they knew about the relationship. Gotta look out for your bros and your In at number 8 we got no hickeys. A hickey is a telltale sign that someone has been hooking up with somebody else. And a hickey can also be proof that someone is cheating on you, which might be why this woman didn't want her lover to give her any hickeys. But then she went and shared the hickeys on Facebook for some reason. She said, I hate when you tell a guy no hickeys and your neck's covered, damn it. And someone replied, especially while your boyfriend's deployed. Like, oh my god, totally, I hate that. Why would you put that on social media? Why? Your boyfriend is fighting for the armed forces and you're out here bragging about your hickeys on social media? I can't. I can't with this one, guys. I'm done. Oh wait, we're just at number 7, alright. In at number 7, don't forget your lingerie. This next one comes from a woman named Jessica. Of course her name's Jessica. Who came across a little souvenir hidden in her boyfriend's bed. She shared, hey ladies, I found this between the headboard and the mattress of my boyfriend. Well, ex-boyfriend. He says he has no idea who it belongs to. Wow, no idea, eh? That probably means your ex-boyfriend is a serial cheater. Now I want cereal. She went on, size small from Target. Please share this post. I just want to make sure it gets back to its rightful owner. If it's yours or you know whose it might be, give George a call. Guys, I would not recommend going to pick up this lingerie. She might seem nice in the Facebook post, but Jessica gon' scratch your face. I also love that she included that this piece of lingerie was from Target. I feel kind of attacked. Hey man, they make good underwear. Where do you shop, Victoria's Secret? In at number 6, Jess, don't be a hypocrite. Okay, I didn't realize when I was writing this list that there were 2 Jessicas back to back, but this Jessica turned out to be both the cheater and the cheated on in this next one. She shared, I hate effing cheaters. You can't trust anyone in this effing world. You make me effing sick. And then one of her exes responds with, Jess, don't be a hypocrite. If I can remember correctly, I broke up with you 2 years ago because you cheated on me. Karma's a deal with it. She responds, yeah, and I refuse to take you back even after you cried to my parents. Go away, you a-hole. Get a life. Then another dude chimes in and says, Mike, she told me you broke up because you were going away to college, and for the record, I cheated on her after I found pictures of her kissing some guy at her friend's birthday party. Karma is a and so are you. Yeah, that's awkward. Once a cheater, always a cheater, I guess. The best part of this whole thing is her last message. F you both! Men make me sick! Me! You make me sick! In at number 5 we have the Detroit Lions game cheater. This Facebook post went viral in December of 2014. It came with a handwritten note and a photo of a woman on her phone. The post read, I was at the Detroit Lions game today when I noticed this woman who looks 8 months pregnant in a seat in front of me, texting a man messages like, I wish I was with you all day, and I will see you as soon as I'm done with him. She kept hiding her phone every time her partner put his arm around her or reached in to talk to her. So being the man I am, I couldn't help it. I had to write him a little note, and on his way out after the game was done, I simply waited for him to exit and stopped him in front of his woman and handed him a piece of paper and said, I don't know you and you don't know me. Read this when you get home, trust me. He looked at me confused and said, okay. Woo, would not have liked to have been that one. But like, how does he know that that was like someone that she was cheating on her boyfriend with, you know? Like maybe it was like her brother or something that she, never mind, what the f am I saying? And number 4, keep it in private. If you are cheating, it's probably best to keep it on the down low. Go to their place, get a hotel. Don't head on down to your friendly neighborhood Applebee's where people might see you and know you, and case in point. Saw my friend's boyfriend at Applebee's with another girl, so I had to take a pic for proof. The picture was then retweeted tens of thousands of times. Here's a follow-up picture with him saying, let's leave, babe.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. We don't need this shit, babe. Come on, babe.
This next one is straight savage. Savage. It is straight savage. The bougier version of savage. The husband changed her Facebook name to Tanya, I am cheating on my husband with Justin. He also posted a couple of statuses to her Facebook. I am a cheating wife that was married 10 years. I went on a trip that was designed to take my 3 kids to see my dad in Arkansas, but in reality I met a guy on the net named Justin who romanced me. I met him in New Orleans. Ah, the pleasures of infidelity. He followed up with, these new straight talk phones are great for having a secret phone. Just word to the wise, don't let your husband find it. Don't forget to delete those texts and pics of your secret lover. Ooh, pics, eh? What kind of pics? In at number 2 we got please repost. A woman named Steph shared this photo and caption to social media. If this is your husband, I have endured a 2-hour train ride from Philadelphia listening to this loser and his friends brag about their multiple affairs and how their wives are too stupid to catch on. Oh, please repost. And repost they did. Yes, they did.
Whose husband is this? Is this your husband?
The post was shared more than 180,000 times on Facebook. There were a lot of people who came to the guy's defense and said maybe he didn't actually cheat and was just bragging about it to his friends. Yeah. That might be fine and good, but he still wouldn't shut up about it on the public train ride and everyone had to listen to it. Zip it. Zip it. And at number 1 on our list, we got the most insane instance of cheaters caught on social media. We have the pregnant cheating wife. This woman posted a photo of her positive pregnancy test on Facebook with the caption, happy to announce that there's gonna be a new member of the family. God is good. But look at this reply. Congratulations, I know you and Mark will be very happy. I hope that now you're pregnant, you'll stop sending me pics of your every time you get I hope that you stop coming into my office offering sexual favors just because I drunkenly slept with you at the retreat. It was a mistake, a huge mistake, but somehow it has snowballed into a crazy obsession for you and you ruined my life. I didn't appreciate your calls to my house or the message you left that my daughter listened to. Ooh, my mistake. You have cost me my marriage and has made work intolerable. So while I congratulate you for bringing a child onto this earth, I also pray that this ends your psychotic one-sided love affair with me. I also hope that your husband is smart enough to know that it could be anyone's kid. Oh, I'm sweating over here. It didn't even happen to me and I'm sweating. In at number 10 we got a new beginning. This first one comes from a guy named David who was looking for a little bit of a dopamine rush from likes after he cheated on his ex Lauren. He posts on Facebook, day 1, a new beginning. Well, at least he sees the silver lining. But if you thought Lauren was gonna let him off easy, you thought wrong. I have never met a Lauren that lets anyone off easy. Corey responds to the post, time heals all. Don't worry, just keep busy. And then Lauren chimes in with, shame, shame. Maybe you can meet someone really nice off that dating site you signed up for while still in a relationship. Oh, what's the name of it? Oh, Ashley Madison. If you're going to cheat, homeboy, don't leave your evidence just lying around. Poof. Playing the victim here, really? You don't even deserve pity, dude. Corey responds, wow, that is bad. Poor Corey. He just thought he was sticking up for his friend and then he's like, oh. And at number 9 we got public humiliation. Next up we got a couple of teenagers who decided to stick it out and be together after the boyfriend was caught cheating. I mean, at least they're smiling about it. Here they are, pictured in a mall together. The guy has a sign hung on his neck that says, I cheated. This is my punishment. I like how they're like still holding hands. The joys of young love. That girl's a keeper, by the way. That's some wifey shit right there. And at number 8, he wanted to be with his wife. Here's a post by a woman named Lynette, who exposed herself on Facebook. She said, well everybody, I'm single again, but guess what? I'm not upset, cause why would I want someone that's gonna cheat on me? Brittany responds with, oh no, I'm sorry. Lynette, it's okay, I'm better off anyways. Men get on my damn nerves. Aw, what happened? Lynette, he wanted to be with his wife. Ugh, don't you just hate that? Wanted to be with his wife, honestly. The audacity! The audacity! I hate it when they cheat on you with their wives. Well, Lynette, I can't actually say I blame him. Your grammar is next level horrendous. And yes, I judge people on their grammar. Including you. In at 7, we got the breakup scavenger hunt. Now listen, I'm all for getting revenge on the person that cheats on you, but this person went like a little bit overboard. I think she left a lasting impression though, which is probably her intention. Here's a note she left. Hey honey, guess who left his Facebook open on the computer and got a message from Kelsey? Yeah, you. But don't worry, I didn't break anything. Actually, I was nice enough to package all your things. I even invented a neat game. Since I know how you like looking for things like other girls, here's where you'll find all your stuff. Your clothes are where we first met. Your video games are where we first kissed. Your laptop is where we bought our first video game together. Your TV is where we went all the way. Everything else, including pictures of the last 2 years of our lives, are at Kelsey's house. Have fun. Oh, and while I didn't break or damage anything, I can't guarantee that anyone else won't find it. Happy hunting. $10 says half this shit ended up in a pawn shop. At number 6 we have I'm taking the Xbox. Next up we got a woman who announced to everyone that her boyfriend was cheating on her boyfriend's Facebook page. She changed Marshall's relationship status to single and commented, "Dear Marshall, you left your Facebook logged on. Just wanted you to know how cute it is to see you flirting with massive amounts of girls. Kind of humiliating for me really, but now you can feel my pain. I'm sorry I wasn't good enough for you not to do that to me. Here's the thing, now you're single so you can do whatever you want. Thank you baby for wasting nearly a year of my life. Remember our agreement? I'll take that Xbox when you're ready. I love you sugar, hope you sleep real sweet tonight." Sleep with a knife under your pillow, dude. At number 5 we have worst wishes. Next up we have a post by a woman named Natalie who got a little more than she bargained for after her boyfriend Jamie cheated on her. By a little more than she bargained for, I mean chlamydia. She got chlamydia. Dear Jamie, next time you decide to cheat multiple times on your amazing girlfriend, please ensure you wear a condom so the rest of the world does not contract your highly viral strain of chlamydia. Kindly grow up in the process. Worst of all possible wishes, Natalie. Damn, she got 32 likes and chlamydia? What a lucky day. At number 4 we have the classified ad. Before social media and dating apps there was a classified ad. People used to purchase classified ads for a variety of reasons. There were actually entire sections of newspapers dedicated to people putting out ads to find a significant other. You can advertise pretty much anything in a newspaper as long as you pay for it, including humiliating your cheating husband. Case in point, I would like to say congratulations to Shara Cornier and Patrick Brown. They are expecting a baby. I hope you both are really in love and I hope it works out. Always, Patrick's wife, Timeshia Brown. Looks more like an obituary than an ad. Best wishes! Did you think it could get any worse? Well, you thought wrong. And at number 3 we got the billboard. Emily was so pissed about her husband cheating she bought a billboard in order to tell her entire city about her dirty, stinking, cheating husband, Steven. And then she posted it to social media. It reads, "Hi Steven, do I have your attention now? I know all about her, you dirty, sneaky, immoral, unfaithful, poorly endowed slimeball." Oh damn, she gotta bring his endowment into this. Okay Emily. That hurts. I know that hurts. I've never had someone say it to me because like obviously mine hits the ground, but I've said it to other people and it sticks with them for life.
Yeah? Well, your penis is small.
They're like, what? I had no idea. She continues, everything caught on tape, your soon-to-be ex-wife Emily. P.S. I paid for this billboard from our joint bank account. Why do I get the feeling that Emily's new favorite song is Before He Cheats?
That dug my key into the side of it.
And at number 2 we have Oh Brother. As if cheating isn't bad enough, finding out your significant other was cheating on you with your sibling must be tough. Jake Paul must know this feeling very well. Oh, shots fired. Oh, I went there. Next up we got a post by Court B who said, "I'm sorry for sleeping with your girlfriend, sad face. I sent you a Farmville gift. Are we okay now?" Kat responds, "Oh my god, yes, of course we're okay. You're the best brother ever. When you slept with my girlfriend I was really pissed at you, but now that you've sent me a hay barrel on Farmville I feel like I should forgive you." Court says, "Really?" Kat, no, you're an idiot and I hope you fall in a pit of quicksand. So let me get this straight. Court sent his sister a digital hay barrel on the game Farmville after sleeping with her girlfriend and expects everything to be like, fine? Send a Rhode Island red mystery egg and then maybe she'll forgive you. Just a little word of advice. And at number 1 on our list we got learn how to use Facebook. Now this next one is clearly written by a boomer, someone who has no idea how to write a private message on Facebook because they posted a private message intended to be sent privately to their timeline. Hey blank, thanks for sending me this inbox message. Yes, I most definitely did have fun last night when we got intimate. It hasn't been that amazing in a long time. My husband most definitely does not give me what I need. I am so happy you managed to make me feel like a woman again. She replies, "Oh my goodness, how in the name of heavens do I delete this? That is supposed to be an inbox message to blank." You can totally tell by the way she wrote that message that she's a total boomer. Yes, I had a delightful time getting intimate with you last night. Would very much like a future engagement, but don't tell my rotten, dirty husband. Why did I just turn into the Queen of England? Alright, you just heard the top 10 peeps who just got cheats on social media. Let's respond to some comments on part 1, where I asked you guys to spill some of your juicy cheating stories. I like tea. Melinda David said, I found out on Instagram that my boyfriend was cheating on me. He actually posted a picture of them on Instagram. I found out while we were still living together. I have never felt more pain than in that moment. I am so sorry to hear this, Melinda, and you've definitely already heard this before, but you dodged a bullet, girlfriend. That's a big ass bullet you dodged. A bazooka bullet. Amanda Walsh said, my ex-boyfriend had been cheating on me with a girl whose name was also Amanda for 1.5 years. The last 6 months of our relationship, he was living with her 2 blocks away from our house that we shared. I walked our dog past their house every day for 6 months. Every day. I just want to know, how did he get so good at lying? I'm impressed. I never understood how people manage to juggle multiple relationships. Like, even if one guy is texting me, I'm like, oh, so annoying, leave me alone. Ugh. They either want you too much or not enough, am I right, friends? Rookie Snow said, me and my mother-in-law were out shopping, and as we were leaving we run into my then boyfriend and his secret lover. I already knew about his secret and I wanted to have this talk to him and leave, but my mother-in-law made the wait worth it all. She is still the absolute scariest woman I've ever met, and 3 years later my ex is still getting his ass kicked. Woo! Go Mama Rookie! Kill it! Quagmire said, I'd never cheat on any of my girlfriends. Giggity giggity. Alright. Thank you for chiming in with that one, Quagmire. Always a pleasure seeing your comments. That's it for me. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want more. I'll see you next time.